Well, week one of the 2024 NFL season is now done for the Chicago Bears. And I'm going to tell you guys why I think this is one of the biggest wins the Bears have had in 5, 6, 7 years. Let's get into it. Hey guys, Alex here. Welcome back into the Bears Den. I'm your host. This is an NFL podcast with the Chicago Bears focus. Week one of the NFL season is practically done. We just have the New York Jets and San Francisco 49ers game coming out this evening. Should be a fantastic game. Going to be interested to see Aaron Rodgers, but I'm not here to talk about that game. I'm here to talk about the Bears' 24-17 victory over the Tennessee Titans, winning their week one game at home. What a roller coaster of a game this was. Going into the game, I felt pretty confident. About 2 weeks ago, I was feeling extremely confident. I was watching Hard Knocks, seeing the team practice, and watching the team perform in the preseason. Caleb looked good in the preseason, and I was extremely excited. And about a week out before the game, my confidence really kind of vanished, and all of a sudden, I didn't feel so good about the game. And then, like 3 days before the game, all of a sudden, the confidence shot up again. And, discussing this game, I think this is one of the biggest wins that the Bears have had in many seasons. And you may think, how? How is that possible? The offense looked terrible. Bears really stole this game. Did they even deserve to win this? Look, last season in 2023, I watched this team, and we watched this team blow multiple games. They blew the game against Denver. They blew the game. Who was it? It was the game before Denver, I believe. Right. They had two really bad fourth quarter meltdowns. They blew the game against Detroit when they were on the road that they should have won. Today, it seemed like the culture's now different. The team is now different. The additions came in and had an impact. We traded for linebacker Darrell Taylor 2 weeks ago, and he had 2 sacks and a forced fumble. Welcome to Chicago. Now, how is this the biggest wins in recent years? Like I said, we watched this team melt down and blow games. We watched them fall flat. I watched them in person last year in Lambeau against Green Bay struggle and struggle and struggle, and the defense kept us in the game, and then eventually they looked flat and they died. That was it. But this team faced adversity at home week one, much like they did last year. Except this year, they fought back. They said, "We got this. It's okay." And oddly enough, I was extremely comfortable the entire game. Things weren't going well. The offense was struggling. The play calling was pretty poor early on in the first half. And past me would have been really pissed off, would have been really upset, would have been really irritated. Because I was last year against Green Bay in the home opener. I was all hyped. Oh, we got Claypool, we got DJ Moore, we got Mooney. This is our year. And then we get blown out at home. And I was furious during that game. But I never felt that way this game because the defense was keeping us in it. They fought. They faced adversity in week one and they fought back. And look, it's hard to win in this league, but you take a win no matter how you get it. And the Bears are 1-0. And if I had the chance to script, how I would want this game to go, this is probably how I would want it to go. I mean, think about it. Would we rather have Caleb struggle now? See new looks, face maybe the best front four in the league, miss some throws, have the jitters, make the rookie mistakes. Would we rather have that now? Or would we rather have that in week 10, week 11, week 12 when the schedule gets tough and we're playing our divisional opponents. I mean, think about this, guys. Think about how massive this win is for a second from this perspective. Nearly everything that could have went wrong in the first half went wrong. Our rookie quarterback struggled, and our team fought, and they didn't give up, and they found a way to win. So Caleb came in, got exposed to the NFL, got a taste of what the real game speed is, because it's an adjustment process. It is. I don't care how good you are in college. This isn't college. This is the NFL. And he got to see that today. And he got to see different defensive looks and disguises and how fast guys can break through our offensive line. And he struggled. And he played far from a perfect game. And that's not the debut that, many of us wanted. But I think it's the best debut scenario for the Bears. Because he now knows the speed of the game, and he can go into the lab and work this week and improve and see where he could have been better. And you take that on the road, prime time against Houston next week. I haven't seen a team fight like this in years. I mean, in 2021, the Bears were 5-1. And then they started in 2020, the Bears were 5-1. And they started facing adversity, and they finished season 8-8. And yeah, they got into the playoffs because the new 7th seed. But that team faced adversity and had no clue how to deal with it. In 2021, the team was 5-11 when Nagy got fired. Faced adversity, had no clue how to deal with it. In 2022, the roster sucked. It was nothing but adversity. That team won 3 games. And the team last year faced adversity early in the season and started the season 0-4. You take a win, and the numbers weren't great. 48% completion percentage. He went 14 of 29. He had 93 passing yards, passer rating of 55. That's not good enough. But it's good enough for your first start in the NFL. It's good enough because, unlike games last year, Caleb didn't lose us the game. Caleb didn't turn the ball over. The game against the Titans today was a tale of 2 quarterbacks. One quarterback that protected the ball, and one quarterback that was careless with the ball. If Tennessee runs the ball the entire second half, 0 passes, they probably win that game. But Matt Eberflus went in at halftime, got control of the team, made adjustments on defense, and they got after Will Levis. And they made him flustered, and they got him on the ground. And those little dinky throws out of sacks that he was doing in the first half that should have been called for intentional grounding, yeah, he tried that in the second half. But the Bears had adjusted, and they were ready for that. And Tyreek Stevenson took it to the rim for 6. This team adjusts. And we saw that last year. They adjust at halftime. The problem was, last year's Bears team, they would dig themselves a hole early that they couldn't get out of. They would dig themselves a hole in the first quarter, play okay in the second quarter, play a really great third quarter, and then turn the ball over and make egregious mistakes in the fourth quarter and lose themselves games. And look, I get it. This is one game. But if you wanted Caleb to struggle and really kind of get exposed and make mistakes, this is when you want it to happen. Against the AFC opponents, against the teams that maybe aren't going to make the playoffs. Now, I don't know how good Tennessee's going to be. They've added some weapons. And in the first half, they looked pretty decent. But in football, you play 4 quarters. The game is played for 4 quarters. And, as much of this game, reminded me of the 2006 game against the Cardinals, where Same thing. Defense and special teams scored, and the offense didn't do anything. Sometimes that's how it's going to be. And you can come back to this video in a month, in 2 months, and I promise you there is going to be a game where the offense carries the defense and bails them out. But think about this, guys. Think about how insane this game is. With all the things that went horribly wrong. Bayless Jones muffing the kickoff and kicking it to the other team on accident. To, the circus catch where Rome caught it and fumbled, and Keenan Allen's dropping a touchdown, and, our new center, Coleman Shelton, is getting ran through, seemingly every single play. All those things went wrong. And yet the Bears are still 1-0. So what's this team going to look like when the offense clicks? When it clicks for Caleb Williams? When the game slows down? What did we learn today? This Bears defense, they ain't taking a step back. That was some of the concerns. Can they continue from where they left off in the second half of last season? Yeah, they're here. And this is a top 5 unit. Now, were there some plays where Will Levis had a ton of time? Yep. And I hope that Ryan Poles is still looking for some help for the defensive line. Because you got some dogs in Montez Sweat and Darrell Taylor and John Dexter and Andrew Billings, the nose tackle, had a fantastic game, and that guy dominates the run game and completely controls the middle of the line of scrimmage. Well, we need some more rotational pieces to help out on the D-line. But they got after Will Levis. He was sacked 3 times, threw 2 picks, fumbled the ball. The monsters of the Midway are back, okay? They ain't taking a step back. They're here, and they're here now, and they're ready to win. Special teams, crocodile punter, punt god, Corey Taylor, saved us today by maintaining field position and winning us that field position battle. That's important stuff. Blocked punt. Jonathan Owens running it back for a touchdown. Sometimes this is what happens. This is how you win. But it's not about how you win. People don't look back and say, "Oh man, how did this team win the Super Bowl?" Right? Like, how did they win those games? It's, oh, they won here. They won here. They won this game. They beat this team. Doesn't matter how. Who cares? If the league cared about that, then they wouldn't base it off record. They'd base it off of stats. What are my concerns? I'm not really concerned about Caleb right now. I was impressed. Think about how different this game looks if Bayless Jones doesn't muff the punt and Keenan Allen catches the touchdown. The media is going to sound a lot different this week, and the narrative's going to be a lot different if those 2 things happen the other way. Concerned with the interior of the offensive line. I think Darnell Wright and Braxton Jones had a pretty solid game. I don't have any complaints with them. But that interior line, we got to fix that fast. We got to fix it fast. I don't know what the hell's going on with Coleman Shelton and the revolving door of Nate Davis and Ryan Bates. We can't be doing that, right? Offensive line needs continuity. We can't be rotating our guards in and out. That's a little bit goofy. I'm a little bit concerned with the play calling. It's week 1 for everyone. Got to keep that in mind. But shades of Luke Getsy today. Spamming the screen calls, weird personnel issues. Why is Cole Kmet playing 27 snaps and Gerald Everett's playing 34? Cole Kmet is one of the most reliable weapons on the team. Let's get him out there to help our rookie quarterback. establish a run game with our $30 million running back that we brought in this offseason, who was feasting towards the end of the game. Let's not try and force feed Velus Jones the ball when we have Khalil Herbert, who is a very established back in this league, who's a fantastic number 2. And why is Roshan Johnson inactive? It's just weird kind of personal things that concern me, and I hope they get fixed. The Bears are 1-0. I didn't get to say that last year. Last year they were 0-1. For a lot of my life, the team has been 0-1. Things can be better on both sides of the ball, right? Defense had a bad drive where they were getting gashed by the run. They're 1-0, and it's all that matters. And you enjoy it, you move forward, and you get your eyes on Houston, which in my eyes is a winnable game. CJ Stroud got sacked a bunch today, was pressured. It's winnable. Improve, learn, struggle, but don't handcuff our quarterback. Let him make mistakes. Let him learn. And I thought that they were letting him play today. I just would like to see a little bit better play calling when certain things aren't working. But we'll see. Bears are 1-0. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. What did you think of the game? Were you impressed by Caleb Williams' debut? Were you not? What did you think of the play calling? Lots of interesting things to break down. I'm excited to take a look at the film and really kind of break down Caleb's performance. And we're on to week 2. Houston, Sunday Night Football should be a very exciting game. Really excited for that. As always, I appreciate you guys watching and listening and tuning in. I appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, chat with me, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Lets me know that you guys are enjoying the videos. I really love making these videos, kind of just getting on here, talking about football. It's something that, I thoroughly enjoy, and, something that I really think is, it's easy for me. This is what I'm passionate about. I love this sport, and, I love the sport even more when my Chicago Bears are good. So, hoping that this team can continue improving. What do you want to see next week against Houston? Drop that down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Really helps out the channel. Appreciate you guys as always. And thanks for hanging out in the den with me. We'll see you in the next video. Bear down. Peace.